So another E3 has come and gone. We saw Fallout 76, The Last of Us 2, Smash Brothers, baby! That's what I'm fucking talking about, yeah! But they got rid of Snake's amazing arse, 0 out of 10. And one kind of cool thing that happened that I feel like not too many people care about is Bethesda gave away permanent free copies of Quake Champions to anyone who downloaded it over the E3 weekend. So I hope you did that, because, you know, it's over now. Can't do it anymore. Probably should have made this video sooner, huh? But even though it's been in early access for a while, I'd never actually played it until recently, so I figured I'd talk about how the beta is coming along, give my opinions on it, and kill this guy! Just hold on, don't worry, I got him right where I want him. So when Quake Champions was originally announced back in 2016 as a class-based multiplayer shooter, everyone pretty much thought, oh great, another game trying to rival Overwatch, because that worked out so well for Lawbreakers. Oh wait, no it didn't! But thankfully, Quake Champions isn't that much like Overwatch at all. Yes, there are classes, and yes, it's a shooter, but that's kind of where the similarities end. And there's no way to say this without sounding like the insufferable millennial I secretly am, but the original Quake was just a bit before my time, so I've never actually played any other Quake games. So basically what I'm saying is I'm gonna try and treat this game as its own thing without comparing it to Overwatch or the other Quake games, but whatever, this intro's gone on for too long, let's fucking do this! God damn, this game is fun. I had honestly forgotten just how entertaining old school shooters can be. And Quake Champions is as old school as it gets. You can tell because there's no sprint button and the standard movement speed would make Usain Bolt look like my granddad, who's dead. But seriously, I really like how the game plays. You run around the map, collect weapons, and kill strangers until you're high enough on the leaderboard that you don't feel ashamed of yourself. And it's pretty fun. The maps are well made, there's no health regen, so fights can actually get pretty tense, and the weapons are awesome. There's machine guns, shotguns, nail guns, lightning guns, explodey guns, and the one that's impossible to hit anything with. I love that one! And any of these weapons can be picked up and used by any of the classes. You see, unlike that game I said I wouldn't talk about, the classes in Quake Champions aren't that different from one another. The only big differences are the in-game stats and special abilities. You know, like this guy charges, this thing spits acid, and this guy has the fucking, what do you call it when it's like, UAV? Yeah, that's the thing. Most of these abilities are pretty damn fun, and I think they fit their characters pretty well, who, by the way, are fucking radical, and that's radical spelt with a K, so you know I mean it. It's hard to describe, but they all feel like they came from a PlayStation 2 game, and I mean that in a very good way. Plus, you can also play as BJ Blazkowicz and the guy from Doom, so hey Bethesda, if you're cool with putting other Bethesda characters in this game, then how about you show some love for my boy Adoring Fan? You guys like Adoring Fan? Anyone? So that's all the stuff I like about the game. The core gameplay, the characters, the feeling like you're on speed the entire time you're playing, it's great! But don't get me wrong, I got problems, okay? In fact, I got quite a few problems. Like, I have no self-esteem, I'm tired all the time, and I generally have no idea what I'm doing about anything. Oh, and I also have problems with the game as well. Yeah, even though I think this beta's a lot of fun, it is still a beta, and there are still things that could be changed or improved. For example, I personally think that for this type of thing, all the guns should feel punchy and satisfying to shoot, like you're kicking a child into the sun every time you pull the trigger. And whilst all the guns definitely look cool, not all of them sound all that satisfying, and it doesn't help that the sound an enemy makes when they get shot is weedy as fuck. What the fuck is that? Okay, so maybe this is how it sounded in a previous Quake or something, and if so, that might make more sense, but still, it sounds like the noise you make when you scroll through the menu on a Wii game. Okay, I know this sounds like a huge nitpick, and maybe it is, but you have to listen to this sound all the time, and I can't help but be bothered by it. I mean, for fuck's sake, the sound that happens when you get shot is more satisfying than the sound that happens when you shoot someone else. Or maybe I'm just a weirdo who likes the pain, I don't know, it's definitely a possibility. But there's another thing that annoys me even more than that, and I'm well aware this might be a personal pet peeve, but it still gets right on my tits, so I'm gonna talk about it. You remember all those cool characters with interesting backstories I mentioned? Well, I'm actually just guessing that their backstories are interesting, because in this game you have to unlock the ability to read them because God doesn't care. This honestly confuses me so much. It's like they're punishing their players for taking an interest in their characters. I mean, they do tell you a bit about them in their bios, but I can't decide if that's better or worse. Like, they're giving you a little taste of what they're like, and then when you ask for more, they roundhouse you in your teeth. Again, you may call this a nitpick, but I can't help it. This just seems like such a pointless mechanic to me. And by the way, you want to know what other class-based shooter had this exact same thing? Battleborn. Never heard of it? Me neither! But really, apart from the weird sound design, stupid character backstory stuff, and the mandatory lag issues that every early access shooter is required to have, I had a lot of fun with Quake Champions. I'm definitely interested to see what they're gonna do next, how they're gonna change the game, and hey, if they fine-tune it a bit and get rid of the dumb shit, then this could be a slam dunk. I'm gonna be keeping an eye on Quake Champions, and if it can keep its good stuff and work on its flaws, then I think this will definitely be worth a look. But seriously, I have no idea what's going on with this lag. Like, is this good? Is this good? Am I winning right now? What's going on? Okay, you know what? Never mind. Fuck this game.